Hey gals and guys, it's your host, Phil Larson, and this is your Motivational High Five on intimacy. Let's do this. Your Motivational High Five is the show where we try to get a slap of motivation in about 5 minutes. I'm just like you, and I need a little help, a little push and motivation from other voices, from other people, and I hope that you'll allow me to be that for you in your life. I listen to some podcasts like this, and it really helps me get going. I try to do it at the start of my day, and my start of the day is in the morning. And so starting with some motivation at the beginning of my day really helps me maximize my potential for the rest of my day. You can easily get more information on this podcast at thestoryshop.tv/podcast. Check it out. Intimacy. I heard a friend talk about a parent one time that he was wrestling with his counselor about if this parent wanted an intimate relationship with him. And he said, I think so. When I grew up, I always got, kisses before bedtime. I always got hugged and everything. And the counselor said, don't confuse intimacy with affection. And that began to open my eyes to what intimacy was. Intimacy isn't necessarily physical acts to show that you love someone. Intimacy is much deeper than that. Because physical acts can be true, but they can also be used to manipulate. It might be true to say that manipulation is an opposite of intimacy, because manipulation is an attempt to seize control of someone or their actions, while reaching true intimacy involves giving up control to someone for that someone to understand you. And I think that's what intimacy is. It's the difference between knowing and understanding someone. And I think about Taco Bell. I would say that I know Taco Bell. I know that I can get a meal for around $2 that will fill me up. I know some of the items on the menu. I know what I like and I know what I don't like. But to understand Taco Bell, well, that would involve understanding the ingredients that go into making the items on the menu. It would be understanding the reason why some things are priced the way they are. Maybe it's a good thing I don't understand Taco Bell. What sort of things do you understand intimately? There's a common misconception that Eskimos have, they say, 2,000 words for snow. However, their words for snow are more intimate in that they include much more detail. And here's an example. One indigenous group of Eskimos called the Yupik have this word, and I'm afraid I'm going to pronounce it wrong. But it looks to me like Nuyilek or Nuyilek. Anyway, it's spelled Nuyliek. And it is a word for snow that means this. Check this out. Crushed ice beginning to spread out, dangerous to walk on. The ice is dissolving, but still has not dispersed in water, although it is vulnerable for one to fall through and to sink. Sometimes seals can even surface on this ice because the water is starting to appear. And that is just from one word. And it has this entire rich description of what this word means for snow and ice. I have a group of men that I meet with every Tuesday, and we've been meeting for 4 or 5 years now. And it is this consistent meeting over and over and over again that we begin to tell stories of how our week has been, how it's going, what we can look forward to. And we've gotten to know each other that finally, after these 4 or 5 years, our relationships are reaching a more intimate level than ever experienced before. But it has taken 4 years of an intentional investment. Who have you intentionally invested in? Have you opened yourself up to being intimately known? Is this sort of intimacy missing in your most important relationships, like your marriage? I knew of a marriage of this one woman who, in kind of a vulnerable state where we were asking for prayer requests, she mentioned that she didn't know where her husband stood on his faith. And in such a relationship like marriage, to totally miss something that is at the core of who someone really is is amiss in intimacy. And the sad thing is the marriage didn't last. And that's truth, guys. Like, intimacy is scary, and we miss the mark, and we miss other people, and marriages get destroyed, and friendships get destroyed, and other boyfriend-girlfriend relationships get destroyed. It is literally a war to keep intimacy happening, but it's worth it. At the end of our show, we decide to tell us some good things about ourselves so that we can believe these good, positive things and really lift each other up, lift ourselves up even. And we do that by looking at a reflection of ourselves, and we take on a mantra of the day. And I hope today you can take this on and at some point look at yourself in the mirror in your reflection and say this to yourself. I am in need of intimate relationship, and I am capable of reaching it. You are, and maybe people are reaching back and they want that from you. Look to that and give yourself out to those people that you really care about, to those people that will be good for your life. Be brave, be intimate. It's up to you to do that. It's your choice. It starts with you.